how do we present our perspectives in a way that they can best be heard? Not to respond, not to debate, but how do we listen to truly hear what they need? I need the Black woman. I don't just want her, I need her. And she needs me. So I studied it. I studied it like the art of listening 101, and I came up with a few things. The first thing you got to do is.
That is so rich.
All right, so
that's good wisdom.
Good, y'all ready for this? Y'all ready? Y'all want to do this? Y'all want to have this conversation? Because we can have it.
Driven by purpose, walking God's plan. You're looking at a certified man.
Welcome to another edition of The Certified Man. My name is KD Bowe. I am the CEO of ManUp Community. ManUp Community is an organization that helps men become the best version of themselves. We have a program called ManUp Certified, and ergo, the name of the show, The Certified Man. To my right and to your left.
I am Pastor Derwin Davis, the pastor of Reach Church, educator, mortgages. I love what I do. I love helping people win in life.
My man. And to my left and to your right.
Jasper Williams III, mental health care advocate, preacher, teacher, husband, dad, friend, and all the other kind of good stuff.
Hey, man, when you ever gonna get the part back in the middle of your head that you had?
Listen, I was looking at a picture the other day. Actually, I thought about it, with the sponginess going on, put a little thing in there.
Yeah, you like Frederick Douglass, bro. I don't know about that one.
You got to stay fresh in the barbershop, and that just ain't gonna work.
Okay, cool. So what I thought was interesting was, since our last episode, how many men responded to the altercation situation.
Right.
By saying, oh, man, I should have been there, bro. You should have let me know, bro. I'd have been there. I wanted to help you out. And it's almost like there's a level of, might I say, displaced aggression that some black men have. And I tend to say that for me. I've got a bountiful amount of displaced aggression that when a situation shows up, it'll give me an opportunity to just get that up off me.
I've not seen that. I mean, even when we were away on that particular trip, I didn't see it. You were still very calm. You tried to disarm it. I mean, you were the quintessential mature person in it.
Yeah.
And I didn't see a pent-up anger. Maybe it was there, but the one thing you've always told me about is breathing. Mm-hmm. And I guess I ask you a question, even though you're the host.
No,
were you breathing?
Oh, I was 100% breathing. Matter of fact, I always look for out. If I got an out, then I'm gonna take the out. But if in my mind, this is the best option, then that's what it is. So when I was who'd I hand it to? You or you?
Me.
So I handed you my stuff.
Yeah.
It was at that moment that I realized that this is the best option. I have no feelings of nothing about that at that point. Yeah. Nothing. What's going to happen?
Still, I didn't see your pent-up aggression.
I got it. I just don't, But I think
was it verbalized?
Never verbalized.
Okay.
It's never verbalized.
So your pent-up aggression would look like something.
Yeah, it would look like an opportunity arises and I show up with less
control, maybe?
No, because I'm always being in control.
Okay.
Now, I'm never going to be out of control. I'm always be in control. But it's like it's going to be less. I don't know, bro. Like it's exactly the way it showed up. I'm going to be always discerning, which is the reason why I was able to pull up when I looked in Mike's eyes.
Well, and the reason why I'm asking kind of was pushing you a little bit is because pent-up aggression, I don't know how many people would use your profile as what it would look like to have pent-up aggression.
So let me explain what it looks like, what happens when we have pent-up aggression. Crazy situation at the crib, crazy situation at the job. We in an environment governmentally where it's like our women are getting more opportunities than we are, and then that is being weaponized against us. So yeah, we got a lot of pent-up things and then often if you don't know how to clearly verbalize what it is that you're experiencing, then yeah, that's a lot, bro. Like, where does it go? Well, that's a good question, though. Where would it go? Where does your frustration and your aggression go?
I think a lot of people swallow it. Derwin, I just like you not sitting here the part of the conversation.
Yeah, because I know that I have to unload that aggression because if my history shows that if my aggression goes off in the wrong way, it's not going to be good. And I've learned that from a child.
Dr. Kohler said that buried emotions never die.
Yeah, they're going to show up and manifest themselves.
They just show up and manifest themselves in ways that you don't necessarily prefer. So for me, now finally back in the gym, man, you know, the boxing bag gets it, you know, and also in my time during prayer, I found a way, man, even when I'm driving to work, bro, it's like I've never cried so much in all of my life, even as a kid. It was like when I have something, I know that I was telling you this the other day. I have something, I will compartmentalize it until I can properly address it. And you showed me that my version of compartmentalization was off because I just put it in a box and I never address it. And that's not healthy.
Right.
That's the thing that shows up in different ways. So now I compartmentalize it and say, well, during my time with God, I'm gonna talk to him about it and I'm gonna feel what I feel. And I feel safe in that space because I can say it like I mean it. I can say it in a way that I can say it wrong. I can blame, I can do all of those things to God. And then I get quiet. And then he just tells me what needs to be, he gives me what I need. So I guess maybe I don't have as much pent up or displaced aggression as I had years ago, but it's still there. I mean, I think it's still there. I just process it differently.
That's important. That word and that track is super important. I just want to highlight one of the other things that you do now is instead of just compartmentalizing the moment, the situation, compartmentalization is fine as long as you go back and revisit what's been put in the compartment. Yeah, because sometimes we have to compartmentalize to get through what is in front of us. But there has to be the resolve within ourselves, even for others. There has to be the revisit of it.
It's the unpacking. Like I do a lot of my releasing through driving. My commute time, of course, therapy sessions, but going to something that's been compartmentalized, if I don't unpack it, I don't want to run into a situation that's going to unpack it for me.
I don't think that women even realize how important sex is for a man when it comes to the point of getting a release, and not for the woman to be abused or looked at as a punching bag, but I'm talking about the oxytocin that exchanges and a safe place, a place to lay your head, a place to be told that you are important and that you mean something and that you count and that you value. And I don't know how precious women think that is, especially the kind of woman that we are seeing evolve today.
Oh, bro.
And that can be very controversial, but it is my position, is my belief, and I'm open to re-examine that.
All right, so I didn't know we was gonna go down this road here.
I think it's very, very essential because biblically, that is the polarity that Samson lays upon, that he's eventually manipulated out of. It is necessary because his power, his strength, his rage, and his fury has to be unpacked in the softness of a lap.
This just popped up.
Telling the truth.
Remember his parents said, don't deal with a woman from Timnah? So the wrong woman can take away the right thing, but it ends up wrong. But if he had listened to his parents, it would have been the right woman, that the right outcome.
Right. So
that was an aha moment for me.
I mean,
Bowe in, because I keep acting like this is my show.
No, you're good, bro.
I'm
You're good.
very interested in what you're about to say.
Because, all right, so here we go. Not every woman doesn't know. There are some women who know, and I've had them say to me, "Come over here, take your frustrations out." The interesting part was the fact that she knew how to say that, and she knew what that would do for me. To say, I know you're frustrated, and I know it's tough out there. I am not the place that's going to add to that. I'm the place to add some relief from that. Let me say this too. Let me say this. We had this conversation. I don't know, it feels like sometimes it's a weird trick or a weird prank from God sometimes. That the love, the unconditional love that we experienced, the first unconditional love we experienced, we will probably never experience it like that again. And that's from our mama. You feel me? From our mama. That love that says, I'm not going anywhere, no matter how bad you mess up.
Not everybody, though. Not everybody.
By and large,
Yeah.
a mother's love is an unconditional love that is there through thick and thin. It's a love that you can come apart in mama's lap, and mama ain't gonna look at you crazy like you weak. It's a different kind of love. And so when you grow up and you become older and you find another love that is attached to you, it's not like you don't see that love again. It's just that you see that love in the mirror of the eyes of your son that you had with this woman. So she's showing all that things.
Oh, that's good.
But she just ain't showing it to you because that romantic love demands that you not be in a place of weakness and what have you. And I've seen some women that are strong enough to handle that, DC.
Wow.
Jasper, I've seen some that's strong enough to handle it. Most are not.
Wow.
Do you think it's because most don't know that there are two different types of
Bro,
love?
push back. Push back. I don't mind.
No,
I
agree
don't
with
know.
you. I agree with you.
I don't know.
I don't think there's an obvious enough dichotomy for a woman to even say, okay, everything you just said, the mother, now I'll never be his mama, but I can be his wife. I am his wife. I'm his girlfriend, his late, whatever we want to call it. But to actually be able to switch to my child and how my child is loved.
Yeah.
As opposed to how my man is loved.
It's the unconditional part, I think, that is the part that stands out for me.
Can a woman love unconditionally?
Oh, Lord, I don't know.
I think
we can have that conversation.
I think that is where they have died on the altar of bad situations that unconditionally costs so greatly when it comes to a man.
Very good. Very good.
And
Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready? Y'all want to do this? Y'all want to have this conversation? Because we can have it.
I mean,
That is really good.
Say that one more time. They have died
on the altar of loving someone unconditionally. I mean, I cannot help but think of the Rolodex of the amount of women that are in penitentiaries off of loving someone unconditionally. Some that have children that they're trying to figure out of how to raise by themselves because they love someone unconditionally.
We met
I get it.
Yes,
it's
bro.
tough.
We met a young lady. We were out. I'm not even sure where we were. We met this young lady, and I ran this whole scenario by her. She listened intently, and she then said, "That will probably never be me."
That was on the trip. Okay, all right.
No, it wasn't on the trip. It was just recently, a couple weeks ago. Last week, as a matter of fact. She said, yeah, that would probably never be me. And here's what she said. The reason why it will never be her, she said, because to do that, it means that I have to come second again. What you think she meant when she said that? Now, I know that she was, in fact, talking about, her children. I got to come second to the children. I got to come second to, in some cases, my husband as I raise them. Now at this space, I don't want to come second. I want to be first.
And man, it can be layered because there's so many dynamics, especially, gender roles is so fluid and varied in these times. Because I can think about you becoming second, us being in ministry, professionals, some can feel like they're second to, their spouse responsibility and their calling. This is first.
Oh, that's good. But this one.
I mean, I'm just saying, when I hear second, it can be a career. It could be, hey, I feel like in order for this relationship to work, I got to prioritize you more than I prioritize me, and I did that for the existence of making this family work.
It's almost like
it can be so many varied reasons.
Oh, okay. I think I understand what you're saying.
I would love for, if there's some women watching, if they've ever felt like they were second, to actually educate us on some of the ways they felt like they've second to this. What is this woman saying?
I feel like I'm hearing it differently now. I feel like I'm hearing it. It's not that you guys are making me second, more so than I'm making myself second.
How about
putting
life?
Everybody else? Yes, putting everybody else ahead of me, and my needs and my desires and my dreams and my hopes seems like it takes a back seat to everybody else's. Not that y'all put me here. I put myself here for the betterment of everybody. So now maybe I just want something different. And so I think guys are in that space, especially guys of a certain age. Let me say, guys of a certain age. Your woman is a woman of a certain age. And, you maybe have raised your children. Okay, maybe and I don't know what the situation is, but I know with the men that I work with, that is a thing that they deal with, and they're trying to figure out ways to navigate it. What does it look like to I guess, spin the block and try to do this thing differently? What does it look like? She says, well, I don't want it to look like what it was. I want to be something different. He says, yeah, I want it to be something different too, but I want more of you. Mm-hmm. I want more of you. I want it to be different, but I want more of you this time. And in her mind, oh man, come on. Oh, I guess I'm finally getting it. In her mind, she's saying, but I've always put you first. I've always done the things. And to her, it may be me looking out for the kids, me looking out for you, me looking out for the house, has been me putting you first.
I believe it's a respect for the seasons.
Say that a
what
different
do you mean
way.
by that?
Yeah, so if we do not respect the seasons, then we can't embrace what happens in the season. So even though summer ended last week and it still feels like summer, it's about to get chillier, more chilly, whatever the right way is to say that. And soon we'll be wearing a jacket. And after a while, we've been wearing a coat.
Wow.
And if we do not respect the seasons, our health pays.
Keep going. You're there.
So if I'm in the winter time with my shoes off outside, at least I know me, I am going to get sick. So in relationships, if we do not respect the seasons and the seasons of life, we all go through, whether it's menopause for women or that midlife crisis for men or whatever.
Menopause is a beast,
you have to learn how to respect the seasons, and even what you're not getting or you just aren't getting or don't know when you get because of the particular season. Or sometimes you can get more than what you got.
All right, man, help me understand this, bro.
You just help so much, because this whole season, because there's a season of shedding, which is fall. There's a season of dying and also rebirthing, and a fasting, if we could say, which is winter. But there's also a season of budding, which is spring, that is blossoming. But also the budding season is a season of allergies. It's the small irritants that take place with growth. And I think this is something amazing to even think about. I don't want to put myself second.
It sounds deep to me, though. It sounds kind of
I get it, though. But what I think you're saying is sometimes that was a season.
Is that what you're saying? So 'cause I feel like, let me ask you this question. Are you saying the season required that kind of action because that was the season?
Okay, so that's how you said it. I would say,
because you may want to wear your shoes outside like in the summer, but you can't do that because we're in the winter.
I would say that the seasons require that kind of adjustment. So, for example, I have 2 pair of house shoes. One of them are really comfortable. They're a pair of Uggs, and they got the little soft stuff in it, and they keep my feet nice and warm when I'm walking around the house. And then I have another pair that's very, very thin, And as a matter of fact, it's a pair of sandals, little house sandals or whatever. If I disrespect my feet, we got a problem. My feet will always stay cold. So I think that there has to be the adjustment in not only what we wear, but how we respond. I know I'm having to respond to my wife differently. And it started when our son went off to college as the second child, and now we are empty nesters.
That's about right, bro.
And Alicia began to have that same kind of wonderment. We had this conversation. Now we're not pastoring the way we once were. Now she goes down the list, and this feels differently from her. So I can't adjust. I can't be until I know what to be. But while I'm waiting to know what to be, I gotta be. I have to be patient. I got to be kind. I got to give space. I got to be a blessing. I've got to bless her as she's in it.
Rabbi.
I have to be willing to make the adjustment in the season that she's in. And I honestly believe that when we drop our anchor in the wrong season, it tears our boat.
Wow.
Man. Bishop Neil Ellis from Nassau, Bahamas, man, salt of the earth dude. This is a solid dude. Married for 40 years. Shouts out to you, Bishop, to you, Queen Patrice. How about that? I got your name wrong. Bishop Ellis and Patrice. Man, he said, I'm talking to him, some real stuff, right? Some the man stuff. And I was like, hey, man, he's, how you doing? Checking, how you doing? I said, man, I'm good. How's the wife? I said, man, we good, man. I said, it's interesting, bro. I said, this doggone menopause, man, it is definitely something. It's different. He said, well, I'm not going to talk like him, messing my voice up. But he said,
you got him.
He said, menopause is man on pause.
I got the revelation as you were saying it. Yes. That is so
and I'm
good.
Like, wait a minute. So what you mean? Say, man, this is just a time, and you got to pause, bro.
Yep.
You got to give her some space to just figure out what's happening in her body. Figure out what's going on with her and let that play out. And I'm like, yeah, but what happens? He said, because it's just a season. It's just a season. I said, Bishop, I like to know when the end is going to be. And in so many words, he basically was letting me know that depending on how I choose to move, how I choose to hear her, show love, or act out, can determine how long this season goes to.
Did he talk to you about what men are supposed to do while women are on pause? I get the weight, I get not acting out, all those kinds of things. That can be a pretty big adjustment for a man.
It can be, but the interesting part is, though he didn't really get into that, what I felt like I heard him saying, in essence, was, hey, Bowe, you got some projects, man, that you can really start working on.
Got you. Redivert.
You got some stuff that you can help, do to help solidify who you are and what you're building. Mm. Instead of waiting around and pining for her to do, be, say, whatever. Mm. Hey, man, focus on you. There are going to be some times in which, like right now, I'm on a whole nother journey, which I'm like trying to make sure that I am the best version of myself, but also, hey man, I'm not just her husband. Mm. Like I am focusing on being her boyfriend.
That's good. Mm.
Like, how do I be her boyfriend? Because I can do it. But the problem is sometimes what stops us from being that boyfriend and just being the husband, which is duty, is like, yeah, I want to make sure that I'm still going to get what I need out of this. Selfish.
Yeah.
Selfish.
You know what it's called?
What?
I don't know if I should say this.
Say something. I'm just beep it out.
Duty booty.
Duty booty.
And don't nobody, I ain't gonna say nobody, but most of us don't want no duty booty.
No, okay, all right. So here's the point. But is that not sacrificial? Now, it might not be what we would enjoy completely and what we would rather it not be, but to me, that's a huge sacrifice for a woman who is going through any season. I mean, we're talking about a particular segment of women that's dealing with menopause. I'm talking about a woman going through it, dealing with a young child, dealing with a teenager, dealing with a kid that's in college. Whatever that season is, I think that for a woman to give of herself because she wants to love him even in a new season. So yeah, it might have a little ring. It might be, a little risque.
There you go, bro.
I say that out of respect.
No, you saying even though you're not all the way there and you're not like all the feels and stuff ain't there, you also know that you have a responsibility and that you genuinely love this man. So yeah,
it's a sacrifice of praise.
We ain't hanging from the chandeliers, but it ain't like, I didn't feed you. You can't say I didn't feed you.
Yeah.
And I get that. Most of us say we don't really want that. I'm one of those that saying I don't really want that. But that versus nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that sacrifice of praise. I'm gonna take that duty booty. That DB. Let me get that DB up off you.
Hey, but does that not help you change your thought or see her in a different light? It could be the other way around. It could be nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, I heard what you just said. It's supposed to none.
You get it? Yeah. And so you're right. It's like it's more like you celebrate and you appreciate the effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, you might not have hit a home run, but you showed up and you gave the best that you had. And honestly, I am a pure jackass if I'm like, I don't want that. You can't give me, I don't want
pent-up aggression.
Come on, bro. First of all,
I hear the words
I ain't never been that guy.
of the wonderful song, I'm giving you the best that I got. But I've never saw that in the context of giving you the best that I got in this season. Maybe duty booty.
I think it's hard for a woman to, with her heart, give her body.
Say that again.
I think it's hard for a woman to give of her body. It is hard. It's hard. I think that's one of the hardest things. Now,
to give her body without her heart, you saying?
Yes. Yes. Now, I think to function and to have sex is one thing, but for a woman to give you her heart via her body, I'm not a woman. I guess this has to be tested and proven.
I think it's okay.
You disagree?
I do a little bit in the sense of if the man has not presented himself in that way that she needs to be attracted to him and she just sacrificially giving of herself. I think that's hard. But I think that when a man stands in his courage, his integrity, his honor, here's the most important word, he stands in his power and his masculine frame in love, that is attractive to any woman. As long as he's consistent with it, that's attractive to any woman. She's going to be attracted to that. Now, for a woman, if she is in her submission and her feminine energy, giving herself from that energy to that, in a submissive way to that power, that is the thing that turns us on. So that's why it's hard for us to say, is that, you say duty booty, I say booty. because it wasn't submitted from that feminine energy, and it wasn't submitted in a way that was, I am actually giving you myself because that's how I'm showing you that I love you.
But what if that's all she has?
I think you're missing it though, bro.
No, I totally get what you're saying, but I also think that we have to respect the fact that we don't have feminine energy the same way they have to respect.
We got feminine energy.
Well, you talking about standing in that frame of
masculine energy
and power
that attracts them.
No, yeah, but on the
absolutely.
other side,
yeah,
I mean, God has feminine and He has masculine.
Yeah.
He said He made us in Him, and so I believe that we both have that. But as males, we don't know what it feels like to stand in feminine energy. You understand what I'm saying?
You mean predominantly? Because I'm in feminine energy for the most of the day because that is the only way that I can create.
Yeah.
As it's the arts is feminine energy.
But your feminine energy as a man is different
than a feminine.
Well, that's you're right. You're right about that.
So
Yeah.
I really appreciate your quest for man to have empathy of what it is for a woman to stand in her femininity and the rawness and the power surge or discharge that it requires thereof. Because I don't know what it takes as a man for you to stand in that energy, and I don't know what that sacrifice is. I do hear what you're saying as far as to be able to give of that energy. It's recharging, it's presented on a platter as well, but I also hear you saying, I don't know what that cost her.
And conversely.
You said I don't know what it cost her.
Well, he's saying, I don't know what it cost for her to be able to give up the energy. So sometimes,
that's an interesting one. I didn't hear it like that.
Yeah, no, that's what I was hearing him saying. That we don't know what it costs to give up that. So
the same way our bodies don't know what it feels like to menstruate.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So to present this in this wonderful platter for you to devour, don't know what this costs. So sometimes it's not that I don't desire to give you that. I don't have it to give. So it's not that I don't want to fix this. In my grocery, in my refrigerator right now, I got bologna, turkey, and some bread. So here's this sandwich. I don't have a full spread. So that's what I felt that you were saying from the perspective of the duty booty. And I've never considered it from that perspective because I'm like, don't fix me no ham sandwich. But also at the right time, a ham sandwich would be the greatest blessing because it's sometimes presentation. But I really appreciate both of you having this conversation because it points back to being aware of the season that you're in. And it's refreshing to me. It's refreshing. I think it's refreshing to so many because it's not that sometimes you're wrong. We're in a new season.
Yeah.
You hot because we're no longer in winter and you still got this coat on. And if you shed some stuff and put on your sandals and some shorts, you could cool off. Or you wonder why it's cold because you still got on Speedos when you need to put on some Uggs.
Man, let me tell you, our bedroom stays freezing. It stays freezing. The adjustment I made was to put an additional blanket on. And then I got the system that warms the air underneath the sheets. I had to make the adjustment or I would have. Yeah.
Wait a minute. It's dope.
Oh, I love it.
Hold on. This is a system that warms the air on.
Don't say it. I want them to give us some money to say it. I want a check to say it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's why they call the name of it. But it has helped me make the adjustment while she got her foot out from underneath.
Yes.
I'm over there nice, but I made the adjustment. But here's the thing. It took something to help me make the adjustment. As I was aware of me being uncomfortable, I found something to help me be and make it through the night without being cold.
Bro, we are so focused many times on what we want that's the only thing that we are super enamored by. And you know what's sad to me is that a lot of the internet podcasts and what have you, man, they pit us against each other. They pit us against each other so badly. And it's not that I think that black people, which we're talking about black folks, that we are intrinsically against each other. I don't believe that. By and large, I don't believe that. I just think that there are people who have gone through some experiences. They've been blessed enough to have a voice or a podcast or whatever. And they just start spewing stuff about what all women are and what all men are. And
generalizations are so dangerous.
It's crazy, bro. Because the truth is that we really are better together. And I loved Kevin Samuels because, one, at a place in my life where I was really, really broken, he really did challenge me to step up.
Yeah.
Hey, stop all that whining. Step up. Yeah. Come on, man. Because you can. All right? And you can have a community of people that can help you scale. So scale. Other parts of it was, it was a bit divisive. And tone notwithstanding had a lot to do with it. But I believe what I want for this show to be is a show that when we talk about the certified man, we're talking about a man that can be trusted. We're talking about a man that is consistent in his love for God and consistent in his love for his community, his wife, and his children. And until we get to that place where we can think both and not just either or, bro, we're going to lose every time. I need the black woman.
Yes.
I don't just want her. I need her. And she needs me.
Yep, I totally agree.
So what we going to do?
On both sides.
Yo, what are we going to do to fix this?
Come on, queen.
I don't be calling him queen, though. Do I call him
Well,
queen?
I'm talking about the colloquial term of
Do you like when
black
men be like,
queen.
hey, what's up, king?
I still ain't used to it.
It's different, right?
Yeah.
Hey, what up, king? What up, king?
Yeah.
What you think?
I think we think about the same person, too.
I'm not going to say their name.
Me either.
What up, king?
It's new, but I do feel a level when I heard it, like embrace it, because there's a king in each of us, and I think that's the issue.
And maybe that's why we haven't embraced it, because we've never been honored like that.
Yeah.
In the same regard, our women.
So let's do this, because I want to kind of land this plane a little bit. Let's land on this. I want to ask the question: how do we speak or present our perspectives in a way that they can best be heard? Subsequently, how do we listen, not to respond, not to debate, but how do we listen to truly hear what they need?
I mean, y'all know I'm newly married, so I've had to come off of knowing, and I've really had to work on what I call not filling in the blank. Asking myself the question, do I really understand what she's saying? And what's been humbling is to actually say to myself, I really don't know if this is exactly what she's saying. She's saying this, but I heard this. Let me go back and say, what do you mean by that? Mm-hmm. And actually say, I think, are you saying this? No, you don't get it. It's like, well, I'm
trying.
I wish you understood me. And I'm like, well, now I'm realizing I don't understand you, but I need to go back to really listen. And I'm learning that, bruh, I got some listening problems, because I hear from history, I hear from perspectives, I hear from mannerism.
So is that a problem, though?
Yes. I don't know if it's. I don't know.
It is absolutely a problem.
Well, I mean, but we need help solving the problem.
Yes, but it's the curiosity and it's the dance of trying to say, you know what is it that you're actually saying? Because when you're speaking from that.
But don't beat me up when I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, but it's also sometimes I'm learning in this listening that sometimes my listening can even be defensive, or present as defensive.
Okay.
So it's this is a. I think it's a great conversation, because I'm even here. Yeah, I'm on a podcast, and I'm here to learn, because this listening thing, and Lattimore says, sit yourself down and talk to me. But
sit yourself down, girl, and talk to me.
Let's straighten it out, but that's.
I really want to, I got some points that I want to make about this, about the art of listening. It really is an art, and it's just a science as well, if you want to say it like that. But I want to hear from you what your thoughts were.
Ask the question again, because I got lost in that part.
Right. The question is, how do we express ourselves in a way that we are heard?
Okay, gotcha.
Definitely can't have the wrong tone. I get that. But then secondly, how do we listen in a way that they feel heard?
Wow.
Okay. So I love what Derwin said. Am I hearing you correctly? Is this what you're saying? Is this what you're saying?
Right.
But then also, this happened a little bit earlier today with Alicia and I. Babe, I need to say this, and I don't need you to respond too quickly until I'm finished. I prepare her for something that may be a challenge or may be something that could cause some division or some whatever. So I will warn her or put her on notice all right, he's about to say something. Let me be a tad bit more intent to hear what he's saying. That's what's worked for us.
Say that one more time, because I want to learn. I want to learn them words.
So I will say, all right, baby, I need to say something, and I think I know how you're going to respond if you respond too quickly. But I need to say something that may create whatever in you, some controversy, some anxiety, some frustration, or whatever. I need to say something, but hear me say the entire thing. I know my wife. And I know how she can, it might not be the same way for someone else. So I will put her on notice before I say the hard thing or the obvious or express my feelings. Now, after I do that, there is no guarantee that she's gonna, oh, okay, I hear what you're saying. No, but don't judge me. Don't prejudge me. That's what's helped for us.
I'm in a conversation with Ivy. It's my wife, those of y'all don't know. And we talking, and bro, she was saying some stuff I knew was not factually true. I knew it wasn't true. But she's saying it with her whole chest. And so I started thinking about all of the stuff that I've read and I've learned. And in that moment, I switched gears. I became the person, while she was talking, I said, what if it was my job to hear her? Like my literal job, I got 6 figures a year to hear her and be able to let her know. I don't get my check unless I repeat to her what she said and she feels heard. I actively listen enough to where she feels heard by me. I don't get my check until she says, you are right or that's right. And I said, okay, what will that require? One, it would require me to remove myself from the outcome of the conversation.
Oh, that's good.
It would require me to then say, okay, she's not talking about me. This husband that she's talking about, that ain't me. That's a guy. I don't offer advice. I have no antidotes, no platitudes. The only job I have is to be able to give her back what she needs to be able to know that I heard her.
Get paid.
And in that space, bro, I was able to do it. And at the end, which has never happened in our conversations, thank you for letting me be vulnerable enough to say that. I appreciate that.
You want to do it again?
Heck yeah. So I studied it. I studied it like the art of listening 101, and I came up with a few things. The first thing you got to do is be present. Most of the time when we got that angst and we're going back and forth with them and we're trying to get them to be like, I know that ain't right. It's because you living in the past or you living in the future. You living in like, she's saying this, but I know later on she ain't going. I know she's, what, and you think of hypocrisy. Well, funny how she's saying that, but what she did to me, no. In that space, you be present in that moment. Be fully present. And if it's too much to say, because you know what she's saying, they maybe not be factually true, then if it's too much, think about her as somebody else. She's somebody else, and how would I respond if this was you telling me about your wife or you telling me about your wife? Oh yeah, we good with other people, bro. But when we're in that situation, it's really tough because we're tied to it. So number one, you got to be present. Number two, don't edit what she's saying.
Go further with that.
When we edit, we say, but that's not true. I want to hear you. I want to hear you.
Guilty.
But you can't say that I did that when I absolutely did not do that.
That is so rich.
All right?
That's good wisdom.
Don't edit it. Don't try to fix it. Just listen. And act like everything she's saying is true. Guess what? Everything she's saying is true to her.
It is.
Because that's her experience. It's like somebody telling you that how you feel. They're not in your body. They don't know how you feel. So you telling them that what they did or what they're experiencing is not right, then it's one of the ways for us to absolutely not connect. So don't edit it. The other thing is, and this was tough for me, but if we can get this, let me tell you something, we're going to win like some brothers. 2 words, yes and.
Yes. Hold on. Yeah. When
Yes.
I heard them, but break them down.
Yes, and.
Oh,
So when they say,
Theophilus, come on.
so it's like every time it's like I need you to do something, you're always on your phone. You're always doing whatever. Now I think we know by point number 2, you can't edit. And we also know, because that's factually not true, nobody's always doing anything. All right. So yes, and says, yeah. And I can imagine that is really, really tough to experience. Yes, and put some fire on their version of the conversation. Legitimize it.
Yeah.
Make sure,
Yes,
put some coals on the fire of their conversation. Basically, let them know, I hear you, and that's got to be tough to be married to a guy who's supposed to really be there for you, and yet it seems like whenever you need him, he's on his phone. I can imagine that stuff. Yes, and, not but. Yeah, but is what we tend to say. But yes, and whatever situation you're thinking of, you add those 2 words, it's going to really help you. All right, here's the final one, and we can dig into this a little bit more. But here's the other one. Here's the final one. Thank them for the courage that it took to be transparent to you. Because I know in the past, you've told me some stuff about me, and when it's tough, I get tight. I may punish you with silence. I may raise my voice. I may just be waiting enough, or I may just do the dance just enough so I can come back and be like, yeah, well, what's interesting is you do the same thing. No, thank him for the courage that it took. Man, you was vulnerable with me, and you chose to still keep talking, even though in the past I've weaponized what you said. So studying that, I can't tell you, bro, that I'm perfect with it. Because sometimes we get triggered.
You've blessed me, though. That's really good. I think I've done some of those along the way.
Yeah.
But to be able to have something encapsulated.
That's gold.
And to be able to listen. So oftentimes, the reason why a person is so tight is because you haven't, your word, legitimized their experience. You haven't legitimized their experience. Man, you still trying to push your narrative. You know what it's like? It's in essence,
you're trying to edit. You're still trying to
edit. And you're basically saying, it ain't true unless my version of truth is the thing that you experience and you say. And I'm going to keep on interrupting you until you say it to my satisfaction. Come on, bro. That's number one. That's not love. It's rife with a-hole tendencies, and we can do better. And I know people say when you get hit below the belt, because oftentimes you may get hit below the belt because you keep putting that pressure on them, and they keep telling you in their own subtle ways, hey, give me a minute, let me talk. So they hit you below the belt. I say, hey, stop, man, stop. Hey, stop.
Emotional damage.
Now you got hit, not physically, but now you got hit because in their minds, they're like, I'm going to say whatever needs to be said to get your attention, to make you get up off me in this moment. I need you to hear me. I need you to feel what I'm saying. And don't go back and forth and make me feel like I'm crazy or I'm wrong. And I'm saying for the men, but ladies, you got to try doing the same thing. Because we as men want to love you deeply. We will step in front of a train for you just to make sure that you're safe. But there are ways that we love that you don't love that way. And just because you need to be loved in a different way, please, for the love of God, don't minimize the love that you are getting. I want him to be here. I want him to be around. I want him to be present. But he's working all the time to make sure that the family is good, because that's how we show our love. You know how also we show our love? We show our love oftentimes with being able to have intimate, relations. All right, I don't want to get cut. I want intimate relations. That's how we show our love. We show our love that way. And we're going to shut it down after this. Men live under this principle. If you ain't having sex with us, you are not that into us. Now, you can do with that as you will, because it may not be the truth for you. But again, if you're listening and you're using those skills, we don't feel loved if we're not intimate with you. Now that's a whole nother conversation. We can have it later. We can have some communities, and we can, in the chat, we can talk about it. But that's the thing. Gentlemen, thoughts?
I ain't gonna be there for that one.
You should be there for that one. You'll be good.
I am not. I mean, I just see too many opportunities for that one to go left.
It can, but you know what?
Because I could come from a pure place.
We can't be afraid of the hard conversations as long as we listen.
You're right.
As long as we practice listening.
Yeah, a little jokey.
Oh, you were joking?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, God, I didn't know you were joking.
Of course. I'm going to show up for any conversation with you, brother.
Brother, a whole lot of ER on that. Okay.
We're brothers.
Happy and we're singing.
All right, listen, like, share, subscribe, do all the things. We love y'all, family, and make sure that whatever you do, don't forget, one, who you are, who you were created to be, and also know that there's greatness in you. And our goal here on this show is to make sure that you realize that. All right? I'm KD Bowe.
Derwin Davis.
Jasper Williams III.
We out. Man up.
Driven by purpose, walking God's plan. You're looking at a certified man.